is up, everybody? How is everybody doing today? And welcome back to another Clash Mini video on the channel. In today's video, the balance changes are coming tomorrow, and we have each and every single one of those changes here for you right now. Starting it off, we have the Archer Queen for the heroes here. The third ability, Queen's Gambit. When HP drops below 50%, she and surrounding allies will gain invisibility for 2 seconds instead of the 2.5 seconds that was previously inside of the game. This is a huge change because the Archer Queen was definitely relying way too heavily on the third star upgrade, or should I say the third ability, to make herself invisible as well as allies, and it just lasted way too long, and you were not able to punish the Archer Queen when she was invisible and all of the surrounding minis as well. Overall, great change for the Archer Queen. Definitely a nerf, but I think it was definitely needed. Next up, we have the Barbarian King here. The base HP is decreased from 12 from 13. Why is this important? This is important because you want to take down the Barbarian King as fast as possible to pop the invincibility before it's able to heal up and then just lasts forever. The faster you can get it down to 0 HP in essence to pop his invulnerability shield, the faster you are going to be able to take out the Barbarian King. This is actually very, very big because sometimes it gets a heal off and then all of a sudden you got to take it all the way back down again, and it is a nuisance. This definitely is a much needed change for the Barbarian King. It definitely will slow him down a little bit. I think he will still be viable, but there are other minis that are going to get nerfed in this video that is going to take a big hit to the Barbarian King. Next up, we have the Royal Champion. The base HP is getting increased to 12 from 11. Royal Champion has been fully reworked. Here are the new abilities for the Royal Champion. The first ability is going to be called Shield Blade. It's going to be a super. Throw a shield towards an enemy, dealing 4 damage. At level 2, you're going to be able to upgrade this 0.5 seconds of a stun. Level 3, another 0.5 seconds of a stun, so it's 1 second total of a stun. And level 4, you're going to have +1 damage. You're going to be able to do 5 damage with the super. Next up, the second ability is going to be called Smart Bounce. Super gains 1 bounce, hitting another enemy in a certain area with a shield. Level 2, the bounce area is going to be increased for where the shield is going to bounce. Then you're going to be able to get +1 target. This means 3 targets are going to be able to be targeted by the Royal Champion now for 5 damage each. Let's just keep it at that. Level 4 bounce area increased. The third ability, Heroic Spirit. Boast +3 energy, +2 energy at level 2, +2 energy at level 3. Yes, this equals 7 energy. Don't worry, it's still a 6 energy at max, level. It's just because it has 7 energy when it's lower level. It was just a little wonky, so that is why it is still there. And then level 4, it grants 2 energy to each surrounding ally. So that is absolutely massive, as allies around it are going to be able to get 2 energy as well. What does this overall mean for the Royal Champion? It's going to hit 3 targets. It's going to do 5 damage each of those targets. And if it boasts, it's going to make your minis around the Royal Champion more energy filled, especially those Electro Wizards, especially those Musketeers. It's going to be absolutely insane, as the Royal Champion is getting a huge buff and might be the best hero inside of Clash Mini. Next up, we have the Mini. Starting it off here, we have the Archer. The third upgrade gained 35% attack speed for 4 seconds when receiving a plus attack speed buff from 40%. So this is just a 5% attack speed nerf on the Archer here. Going to be a little bit of damage to the Archer as far as her power, but she still is going to be viable. Next up, we have the Bowler. Energy cost is 3. What does this mean? That means the Bowler is getting completely reworked. It's now going to have a super. Base attack speed is increased from 0.45 to 0.4, and the new ability, Super. Roll a giant rock to the furthest enemy, damaging, stunning, and knocking enemies back that are hit. Third upgrade is going to be Flash Strike. Clash gain full energy. So now, instead of having a Clash ability, it is going to be a super ability that you're going to have to charge up with 3 energy. This could also synergize very, very well with the Royal Champion as well. So definitely keep a lookout for the Bowler. Battle Healer is going to be our next mini hero HP upgrade. Per upgrade reduced to 2 from 3. So this is just a static nerf to the battle healer. So far we got a nerf to the archer, a huge buff, nerf, rework. I think it's going to be a buff to the bowler, and now we have a nerf to the battle healer. Next up, we have the Dark Goblin. Base HP increased to 8 from 7. You'll see a kind of trend here that they're trying to make these like 3 elixir ranged minis now have 8 HP. That's what's happening to the Dark Goblin. Healing Ranger, once again, base HP increased to 8 from 7. Main ability, Healing Spear, is now going to target the furthest mini instead of the closest mini. This is how it should have been from the beginning. This is definitely going to be a huge buff for the Healing Ranger, so now you don't got to put those wonky troops everywhere and kind of just ruin your rhythm. This is going to be really good because it's going to be healing tanks, which is what you want. Healing Ranger, Shield Maiden might actually be making a comeback because of this change. Lumberjack, main ability, Rage Potion, tossed a potion. That increases allies' attack speed and movement speed by 35% for 3 seconds. From 40%. So pretty much this is just another 5% nerf to the Lumberjack. I guess they're trying to target Barbarian King to Elixir here. 5% on the Archer, 5% on Lumberjack. These are going to add up, especially that Barb King also got an HP nerf. Miner is going to be our next mini here. Base attack speed reduced to 0.45 from 0.5. Just a little bit nerf here to the Miner. And I think this has to do with the gizmos that are going to be later on in this video. Why the Miner is getting a little bit of a nerf. You probably are all like, the Miner doesn't need a nerf, the Miner doesn't need a nerf, it's in a decent spot. The gizmos counter it. Well, you're going to see why. The gizmos might no longer kind of hard counter a Miner. Musketeer, the first upgrade, Snipe, plus 1 second stun duration from 2.5. This is a huge nerf to the Musketeer. Might almost make it unplayable, but it's still going to be playable, especially with Royal Champion. You probably won't be using this upgrade, but it still will be strong at 1 star, hitting 2 targets with 3 damage with the Royal Champion, continually funneling the energy to the Musketeer. Mega Knight is going to get an energy cost reduced to 9 from 10, a big buff to the Mega Knight here. The Mega Knight is going to be coming back, 1 less energy, making faster supers for the Mega Knight. This is going to be a huge change for the Mega Knight. Next up, we have the Magic Archer, base HP increased to 9 from 8. So, okay, so it looks like they ranged forecast. They're going to buff up from 9 because, you know, the Dark Goblin now has 8, the Healing Ranger has 8. They wanted to make sure that the Magic Archer had 9. The Royal Ghost is going to be our next mini up here. The first upgrade, attack, deal 2 damage to isolated enemies, up from 1 bonus. That is a huge buff to the Royal Champion. Not really sure why this was added, but I think the Royal Champion is going to be everywhere after this. That's just my kind of take about that. Witch, base HP increased to 9 from 8, so another 1 HP increase for a 4 elixir mini. That is going to be in the back lines. And then we have the Wizard, attack speed per upgrade reduced to 0.1 from 0.15. So a nerf here to the Wizard. So kind of they're really targeting the Barbarian King to Elixir. They're kind of hitting all the minis very, very lightly. And that is going to be all of the mini changes. Next up, we have the gizmos, and we have a lot of them for you. Let's just jump and start off with the 2 that are getting completely reworked. We have Training Camp and we have War 2. Training Camp here, base HP is reduced to 14 from 18, so it's a 4 HP reduction. Don't worry, there's going to be a lot of HP reductions on certain gizmos, or should I say pretty much all of them. New ability, 2 units standing directly to the left and the right at the start of the battle will gain +1 attack damage every 7 seconds, can stack. The buff ends when the training camp is destroyed. This does not start out immediately. After 7 seconds of the battle is when they will get +1. After 14 seconds, they will get +2. If it's still alive after 21 seconds, they're going to get +3 damage. It is not the moment the battle begins because they said it would be super overpowered. Huge buff here to the training camp, and I do like it. War 2, base HP reduced to 15 from 18. So it's a nice HP reduction here from War 2, but War 2 has a new special ability. New ability, all allies within the area gain 30% attack speed and are immune to all crowd control effects for 3 seconds every 5 seconds. Area of effect is decreased. So it's a smaller area now, but it's going to make your minis target a lot faster, and they're going to be immune to crowd control effects. For 3 seconds every 5 seconds is a pretty big, awesome change to the War Toot, so it's not just like kind of just like a 100% counter to Wave Master, and that's really all you're going to use it. Next up, we have all of the other gizmos here, pretty much just getting HP reductions. Let's just go down in order. Base HP of the Hot Pot is getting reduced to 12 from 15. Elixir Collector's HP is getting reduced to 13 from 16. Mucho Puncho's HP is getting reduced to 18 from 24. Pocket Artillery is getting reduced from 13 to 15. Sona's HP is getting reduced from 12 to 14. Saint Mirror is getting a reduction to 14 from 17. This is actually a really interesting one because Saint Mirror kind of needs that HP. 14 isn't going to make it too much useful. Definitely really scaling back the power of all of these gizmos. Pancaker base HP reduced to 15 from 18. And King Tower base HP reduced to 24 from 30. The last change we have in the balance changes is they are going to reintroduce a win streak bonus plus 3 trophies for every win streak. That is coming tomorrow with all of these balance changes. They are going to be live tomorrow, okay? Tomorrow, same time that this video airs, 3 a.m. Eastern time. But thank you guys so much for watching this YouTube video. I love each and every single one of you. Take it easy, everybody. We're going to see you tomorrow for the best decks, and I am super excited to share all of those decks with you. You know where to come for the best decks. I am going to deliver them to you. Until tomorrow, guys, take it easy, and I will see you guys tomorrow for my next video.